Muy buenas noches, ¿cómo le va Troyano? ¿Cómo le va Luciano Hacker? ¿Cómo le va Jera y Demos? ¿Cómo le va señor Rodrigo Lamas? ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo le va Agustín Sosa? ¿Cómo le va Enzo Gameplays? Todo tranquilo, vamos poniendo un poquito de la musiquita del juego de fondo y mirá cómo te aparezco y te aparecí. ¿Todo bien? Muy pero muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos a lo que se traduce, creo yo, porque tengo un inglés de mierda, como el detective cambiaformas. Muchas gracias al señor Troyano que está ahí en el chat, que me regaló hace 1500 años el juego y yo nunca, jamás lo jugué, porque soy un sorete. ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo le va a Aime? Aime que me mandó un mensaje diciendo: Vikingo, probé el Fernet con pomelo y tenías razón, no estabas loco, viejo senil sabroso. Así me dijo, dije, bueno, gracias por lo de viejo senil sabroso, muchas gracias. ¿Todo bien? Estamos como reidis. Hola, Adrián Fanelli, si estás enojado por algo, decímelo ahora, porque si vos entras y me pones hola con un punto, es porque estás enojado, Adrián Fanelli. Entonces, si estás enojado conmigo, quiero saber qué hicimos, quiero saber qué me pasa, te pregunto, ¿qué me pasa? ¿Lo sabés? ¿Qué contestarme? Porque claro, de seguro Adrián Fanelli te mareé. Ay, Adrián Fanelli que está enojado conmigo y no sé por qué. Muy bien, vamos a darles una película interactiva, recuerden, así que mucho, vamos a estar como que muy atentos al jueguito, vamos a ver qué pasa, qué sucede, qué acontece ahí. Abajo mío tienen, no, solo engripado hasta la médula, uy, qué bajón, pero qué hermosa noche de tormenta que tocó para este juego, para los que somos de Capital Federal y alrededores, qué tormenta con relámpagos, muchos relámpagos hay. Muy bien, debajo mío tienen una barrita que si se llena o llega hasta la mitad. Vemos. El miércoles le damos a Resident Evil 4. ¿Pero por qué? Si esto iba a ser el domingo, Vikingo, me vas a decir vos y yo te voy a decir no. Porque mañana vamos a estar jugando al Tarkov 11 horas. Si me levanto temprano, si no la quedo, le vamos a dar 11 horas al Tarkov y que Dios nos perdone. Muchas gracias, 19 personas, 7 likes. Aviso, hay escenas heavy, no me acuerdo cuáles, pero vas a tener que estar atento a la funada, la reputa que me parió. Entonces, sin mucho más, la que me quiero morir, me quiero morir. Gracias, Troyano, entonces, por el posible riesgo. ¿Le mandamos mecha? ¿Estamos todos de acuerdo? ¿Cómo le va Fiki Di Marco? ¿Todo bien? Viste, suena como sos re mafioso, boludo. Es muy mafioso. Oye, boludo, mirá quién viene allá. ¿Quién viene? Es Fiki Di Marco. Y claro, y viene Fiki Di Marco con su traje blanco, los monos atrás. Te cagás todo, porque no es JCI, ¿entendés? Es Fiki Di Marco. Y te cagás, te cagás un poquito. Voy a acercar un poco la cama a ver si me sale. Uy, me salió. Me acerqué un poco más la cama. Me moví ahí como que me estaba haciendo hey, a lo Tony Montana, pero te da miedo, ¿no? Te da como un quickie. Mirá quién viene allá. Fiki Di Marco. Y a mí me da miedo, pero basta, dejemos de estirarla. ¿Cómo le va, JCI? ¿Todo bien? Mandémosle mecha, nuevo juego. Ahí está, la mierda. Empezamos. The Wiki Studios. Shapeshifting Detective. Created by Linda Cowells y Tim Cowell. Ah, soy normal. Hijos de puta, puse subtítulos. Dice on, subtítulos on, dice ahí. ¿Dónde están mis subtítulos? Ladrones, sátrapa. ¿Que tenés que ponerle off? No creo. Muy pelotudo, dice on. Ladrones.
Dark Knights.
Bueno, el que sabe inglés que lo disfrute, boludo. Me cagaron. Estafadores, porquerías, mala gente.
Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act.
¡Chorros! Nicolás Pople, la puta que te... Olivia, vos también, que no pusiste los subtítulos. Rachel, me acuerdo de vos, Rachel, Ladrona. Sucia, me pica la... Ahí está. Que bastante grande es. Ah, la mierda. Directive Tim Cowells.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth
qué
shut.
hijos de puta, pará. Vamos a tener que... Ah, no, se ven, parece, A ver. ¿Será que se ven los subtítulos si dejo el coso de abajo? A ver. ¿Quién es? Cerati, boludo. ¿Qué otra cosa puedo hacerle? ¿Quién eres?
Exactly.
Vuelvo a jugarlo. así.
Rewind.
¿Eh? Y chicos, así finaliza el directo de hoy. ¿Lo ganamos?
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last
Siento que me
night.
cagaron, en
Chief
algún punto me
DuPont is
cagaron.
calling the crime a violent
No,
and
la verdad es que no sé si
despicable
fue un
act.
F, no entiendo.
Anyone with
Me indigna.
information about
Me
the
indigna no
murder is
entender qué
urged
acaba de
to get
pasar,
in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline.
Muchas gracias, Troyano,
It's horrible,
gracias.
Poe.
Indeed it is.
Gracias, Agustín Sosa, muchas gracias. A ver, hijos de puta. Es la puta que lo parió, otra vez.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Ah. ¿Qué pasa, Gustavo? Este es Sam. Sam. Ah, Tacho. Porque dijo, debías aprender a tener boca cerrada. Tacho. Lo descarto.
You know why you're here, don't you?
Un tipo fuerte y silencioso soy. ¿Sabes por qué estás aquí, no? Obvio que sí, porque estoy haciendo un directo. Por ende sí lo sé.
Then humor me. The dead girl. And this.
Me botaba la chota y esto.
What exactly were you thinking?
Si hay problemas con el subtítulo,
You
avísenme,
have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Puede ser. Si no me gritas y me pones acá... voy a hacer silencio.
Splendid.
Uy, menos mal.
You're going to a town called August. Find Chief
Encuentra allí al jefe
DuPont.
DuPont.
He's gonna think you're someone
Pensará que eres
else.
otra persona. Gracias,
This
Gustavo.
person.
¿Qué otra cosa
This
puedo
is
hacer?
who you are now. Understood?
Yes. Tacho basura. Me dijo que no hable, que no cierre el culo.
Understood?
Que no... Bueno, sí.
Splendid.
Me pone muy incómodo que me hable tan de cerca. La
If
verdad que me
someone so
incomoda.
much as sniffs that you're different,
Diferente.
you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't
porque
get
soy un
caught.
cambiaformas. De ahí el
And
nombre.
never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old basset hound puppy.
Está lloviendo como en
was
la vida
found
real, boludo.
outside
Está lloviendo como en la vida
Daryl's
real.
chicken ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and
Cuánto
Monroe.
realismo.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some
Está linda,
rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
Yo te digo que...
The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for?
Un ratito. ¿Cuánto? No estoy seguro. No, no estoy seguro.
That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it.
Gracias,
There's
mi amor.
not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Tacho basura, no hablemos al pedo.
Sometimes we wish we'd asked something and the moment just passes.
El asesinato.
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
No. Jefe.
Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the
Oh, la
room
puta
for
que lo
you.
parió.
You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief.
Me va a
Your
decir
room
jefe, voy a
is just
gritar,
down
te
the hall,
juro.
last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Cómo le gusta la puerta trasera,
Just finishing.
Solo estoy buscando mi habitación. Sí, no sé quién carajo sos. Poner anteojos y es Micaela.
Yeah. It's a big place. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Un placer conocerte, soy Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
La verdad es que no. Oh, bueno, sí. Sí, quiero que me tiren las cartas.
So, What's your question, Sam?
¿Qué quiero preguntarle? ¿Eres culpable? Ah, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué arrancaba así? ¿Ganaré?
The fool.
Me dijo
I'm
pelotudo.
going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
La última, prefiero no decirlo. ¿Qué carajo te importa,
Mysterious.
pelotuda?
But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
¿Qué carajo te importa, pelotuda?
Didn't comprehend the true horror.
Marta.
The bag lady was getting hungry.
¿Qué pasa?
Spare some
Mira la
change?
radio.
A homeless man said. He wore torn clothes, held a cardboard sign in hand, and smelled of urine. The worm probed.
Apagar. Salir. Y la habitación. ¿Por qué no? ¿Cómo le va a Pito el Mágico? ¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo le va Lomito? Es muy raro el ritmo que tiene este juego, ¿eh? No es a lo que estamos acostumbrados en este canal, ¿eh? Que ya hemos jugado juegos así. ¿Qué estás haciendo, man? ¿Quién carajo entra en una habitación y empieza a girar así tantas veces? Pará, boludo, tirá el saco en la cama y tirate y hacete la paja. Formé con pomelo. Salir transformación fijada. Bueno. Llamar un taxi. Ah, pero qué rápido que llamé el taxi, ¿eh? Visitar el jefe, visitar al jefe.
Good, you got my message.
La puta que te parió
Chief
de
Inspector
golpe.
DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between
¿Cómo
jobs.
te brilla, la pelada? Soy Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam.
Yes.
That's your cover now.
O sea, sí.
So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know.
Si yo pongo pausa, censura. Por las dudas, viste, que aparezca una teta de golpe.
Tarot readers.
Censuramos. ¿Por qué no lo tengo?
Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered.
Bueno.
Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
¿Loca?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking
O sea, tenés un transformista delante tuyo y te parece que eso es raro. Está bien.
Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't
El
free.
alojamiento de
I
Hostel
need
no
you
es
to
gratis.
work the
Necesito que
case and
trabajes en el
report back to
caso y me
me.
informes.
Find
Bueno.
out things from the inside. Can you do it?
No. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that then. I thought you'd want a shot at redemption, but guess you're turning yourself in. It's what you want, isn't it, Sam? To stop running? To give up?
Yes.
Didn't think so. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because
Hijo
obviously
de puta,
local
dije que
law
no.
enforcement
¿Cómo le
are
va?
either too
John Jaime,
incompetent
todo
or too
bien.
overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but
¿Cómo le va, Rodrigo Sosa?
only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out.
¿Cómo le va, si tan
I'll
Seremos?
help you.
Si me ayudas tú, yo te ayudo a ti. ¿Dónde está mi placa y
You
pistola?
don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a
Dale,
promise.
ortiva de mierda, dame una placa y
Come and
una
find me when you're
pistola.
settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Mamame un huevo, boludo. Cuéntame sobre Dora. ¿Tienes un alibi para... un alibi para la noche? ¿Dónde mataron a Dorota? ¿Qué me puedes contar? ¿Qué es lo que se... Salir, anda mierda, boludo. Si no me das un carajo de información... Anda la puta que te pe... ¿Cómo le va con lo Vic? ¿Todo bien? Visitar a... Uy, qué quilombo que es esto. Lexi.
Hi, Sam, is it?
Quiero
Come on
culiar.
in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Ay, hablo castellano. ¿Conocías a Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
¿Cómo supiste que yo iba a morir?
Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and squished it all together.
Cortada.
Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Sí, la ardilla feliz.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious.
Sí.
But not evil.
Al final, ¿cuál es la carta de tarot más
The
peligrosa?
Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
¿Hasta qué puntos conoces a
She's like my
Bronwyn?
big sister, so pretty well.
No, esto no, che, me la mató ella, ¿no? Si
You
dice
know
que
the
somos
chief's got it all
hermanas.
wrong. Ron could never hurt anyone, but I'm sure a smart detective like you can help prove she's innocent.
Haré lo mejor que pueda.
Really? Because she is completely innocent.
Estoy preparadísimo para... Porque estoy en esta cámara. Es un ángulo medio peligroso, ¿no? Que se viene algo ahí que... ¿no? Como que... y es como que me da un poco de miedo esta cámara. Porque ¿por qué está así? El chabón está parado delante de ella así. Y ella está mirando allá. ¿Qué está mirando? ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás tramando ahí, sucia? ¿Cómo le va, Mauro? ¿Todo bien? Vamos con cuidado, vamos con cautela. ¿Por
The
qué
cards
vienes
told
acá?
us to. Well, the cards of rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
¿Acepto lo que
No.
hace? ¿Cómo que no?
Well, yeah. Well, no.
Ponete de acuerdo,
We have a
amiga.
job to do.
Bueno, un trabajo.
I didn't say job. I said job.
No, dijiste trabajo. Voy a recordar esto, ¿eh? Está
Yeah,
nerviosa.
it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
Hijos de puta, la mataron. Salir. Che, pero te voy a prender la radio, ¿no?
The few bedraggled tarts stand in
Porque en
doorways
total no me ponen los
offering their
subtítulos, la
tawdry
puta que lo
charms
parió.
without conviction.
Salir.
A taxi speeds by me,
Ya
splashing me with
visitamos
spray from the puddles in the
con
road. I weave and
Lexi.
stumble.
No, Lexi ya vimos qué pelotudo que soy. ¿Qué haces, Leslie? Chau, Leslie.
I feel
Uy, va a ser
You
un
must be a new
quemo
guest.
Uy, este.
Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
Me quiere agarrar la pija. No me gusta este juego. Cuando te quieren agarrar el pito, corre. ¿Cómo le va, Mauro? Muy bien. Buenas noches, Mauro. A mí me da... ¿Qué me quiere agarrar ahí? ¿No? Ahí tenés. Soy Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way. So it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw.
Tiene una pinta de
She was
asesino este
young,
hombre.
had red hair, a talented musician.
¿Quién haciendo víctima?
Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec. We don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck.
¿Cómo baraja especial? ¿Qué es una lectura
The
grupal?
three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own.
Muy bien. Cuéntame sobre la baraja de tarot especial. Quiero
Mercury.
saber.
It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. And the cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck.
¿Puedo ver el tarot Mercurio? Sí, me interesa.
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Quiero verlo. Están todos nerviosos, boludo. ¿Qué onda?
came through.
Vamos con Brownie.
I tried to defy the beast.
Brownie.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Qué inteligente. Tengo una pregunta. ¿Cómo predijiste las... ¿Puedo ver el tarot Mercurio? De una.
Mercury?
Sí.
Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them.
Vos le preguntaste
Do you
porque yo
want
no.
it to ask you a question, Sam?
Sí. Claro.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person
No,
you
lo
are
más
now.
mínimo.
Mercury agrees with you.
Así soy.
It's nice that you're being honest with me and with yourself.
Tengo una pregunta sobre el
Chief Dupont
asesinato.
thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
Depende. ¿Hasta qué punto la
I
conocías?
didn't. We've only been here 2 days. I understand it's suspicious me being a stranger in town, but it's the truth.
Por las dudas. Con la excepción de... No, eso no se lo vamos a decir. No vamos a quitar las aguas.
There's a lot more at stake here than you know, Sam.
¿Cómo que
Well, if
porra?
I told you that, you'd have nothing to do. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings,
Yo no les
impressions.
creo nada. Fueron ellos.
Tarot can be very
Así de
powerful.
una, ¿eh? Yo no les creo una mierda.
Not these cards. They only tell us
¿Cómo
what
que no
they
puedo
want
preguntar
to
quién
see.
es el asesino? Dale. Salir,
Dark
ortiva.
walls with the
Otra
shutters
vez la
at the
radio de
door,
mierda.
just a drunk taking a piss.
Visitar a Rain.
I
Violet,
stabbed
Violet no la
I
visitamos.
assume you've been to see Chief Dupont already.
No me equivoqué de cuarto. ¿Conocías a Dorothy? ¿A quién importa? ¿Quiénes son los demás huéspedes? ¿Quiénes son? Vamos a estirar la charla un poco. ¿Para que me pongo el pongo? ¿Me saco el saco? Ay, Violet.
They're tarot readers. I'm
Son
thinking about
retardados,
asking them
dijo.
to leave, actually.
No les pidas que se vayan.
Demands already? I'm only thinking of doing it.
Ojito, ¿eh? ¿Conocías a Dorothy, amiga?
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
¿Una cordera preciosa? ¿Cómo? ¿Por qué eso? ¿Por qué?
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Son todos sospechosos en este lugar de mierda. ¿Qué te estás desabrochando ahí, Chancha, no.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
¿Era Dorothy una fulana? ¿Por qué te estás acariciando el pecho? No le puedo preguntar eso, me está poniendo incómodo.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
No, patas no, boludo. ¿Dónde están los fetichistas de pies, Que les cobro por ver esto, Que un poco fulana quiere decir que es como una random, creo. Se refiere a que es una fulana. Decís a alguien que es como, ¿y esta quién es? Un poco, ¿quién sos, amiga? ¿Me explico? Ahí están los fetichistas de pies. ¿Dónde puedo encontrar a su novio? Pero antes de preguntar esto, dejemos un segundo mirando los pies. No, ya sacó las manos.
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church.
Al lado de la
Don't
iglesia.
tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick
Vamos
of
a ver
seeing
al novio.
people already.
Vamos a salir.
Arnex, as the left
Arnex.
reaches the knife from his, dislocating his
Visité
elbow,
todos, ¿no?
blood
Sí,
gushes
¿o
from
no? Sí. Para salir. Casa de negra, todo bien.
to avoid the spray
Esta
and feel
guerrilla
his
de
neck
mierda.
break under my hand.
Ranger lo visitamos. Otis se está masacrando el pito ahí. Vámonos de
Greedily
acá.
lapping it
Ya
like
está
a
acá.
cat at pool of
Vamos a
spilt
llamar un
milk.
taxi.
A great war surge of energy.
¡Ey, no me
courses
deja!
through.
Bueno, vamos a... ¿Qué me puede contar sobre Violeta?
Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? She
Nada.
told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
Sospechoso. Cuéntame sobre
What do
Dorothy.
you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
Me gusta Bon Jovi, mira vos, ¿Cuándo la asesinaron?
Don't read the paper, do you?
No.
Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m. according to the coroner. We got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Se parece a Hugo, es verdad, Troyano.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Bueno, yo quería saber nada más. ¿Dónde la
In her
masacraron
bedroom.
ahí? Hicieron
She
fiumba.
was naked.
¿Cómo
Strangled.
desnuda? Estrangulada, desnuda. ¿Cómo?
No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know.
Bueno, ¿qué es lo que sabemos? Que la moneda de oro.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. What was Rain doing last night? As for Bronwyn and Lexi, I need you to ask what they were doing last night. Compare alibis. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. That's it.
Que la puta que me
Bagged and
parió.
ready for disposal. I'll
Y
take them to
vamos
the
de
dump
vuelta a
tomorrow first
Hostal
thing,
y la
then I'll
puta que
need
me
to
parió.
trawl through the charity shops ready for the next time.
Me hace acordar del juego de Leanoir. Sí,
Because there
sí,
will
sí.
be a
Viste que se
next
parece eso,
one
yo leí.
and
Muy bien.
another after that.
Ir a tu habitación.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Ah, ¿me puedo transformar? Claro, qué pelotudo. Bueno, pará, puedo transformarme en este psicópata de mierda y hablar con las tarotistas, ¿no? A ver qué onda ahí. A ver, sí. Eso haré.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Rain. Entonces, ahora, salir.
Relation to his extremities, and after that, well,
Y
he
vamos,
needed a new
Rain.
coat
No vamos a ir a
anyway.
la pieza de Rain, ¿no? Medios
He
pelotudos.
wondered how
Vamos a lo
many
de
times more he
Lexi.
would.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Y no sé, negra.
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
¿Por qué te preocupas eso, boluda?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Y sabés que es así, puta.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
No. No vamos a guardar esa.
Back
Esa la
in the deep
guardamos.
shadow beneath the broken
Entonces
street
ahora vamos
lamp
con
lay the bodies of two young men.
Lexi. No, ya estaba Lexi, qué pelotudo que soy. Volvemos.
Nightmares.
With Poe and
Me cae todo.
Monroe. So, we have
Visitar a Violet. ¡Ey, Violet no está!
said that
Violet se fue.
she's grocery shopping, and when she finally gets to the checkout, there's a huge queue. Now, when she...
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
¿Crees tú que Sam va por nosotros?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're
La
here?
verdad, no somos las que estamos aquí. Lo que hicimos la noche pasada, nuestro papel en el asesinato.
The real reason...
Oh,
the
interesante
real
esto.
reason we're here.
Nuestro
Ah,
papel en el
Robin,
asesinato. Me gusta porque es sutil. Es como lo que pasó.
We just predicted murder. It's a prophecy, not a to-do list. I don't want to look like we're hiding something, but at the same time,
We're hiding something?
¿Tenemos algo que ocultar?
we're being cautious. We said one thing to the chief, and look where that got us now. I don't think August is ready for any more strange.
Bueno, no, me hubiese dicho, che, la hicimos mierda.
Puts a lot of effort
Le
into
taladramos el
something, but
ojete,
they
algo
don't
me
get
hubiese dicho.
redeemed for it. They have to.
Vamos a la habitación. Y ahora me voy a transformar en quién. A ver, en... Vamos. Miau.
Hi, I'm Lexi.
Lexi. Soy Leslie. ¿Qué haces? Soy Lexi.
I'm Lexi.
Sí, Lexi, eso. Vos me entendiste. Volver a Sam, no, salir.
That in particular is a physical need for life. So, while we're...
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
¿Cómo estás?
Do you think Dorota was planning on marrying
Hace buena
Oscar?
boluda.
What makes you say that?
Eso, ¿por qué decís eso, boluda?
Well, nothing.
Tonto.
Just something I thought I saw. It doesn't matter.
You feel that others see you as someone else's significant other, rather than actually having your...
No, yo visité, que pelotudo. No me mires así tampoco.
believe that every
Me hago quilombo con los
relationship
nombres,
that you have with someone should...
Vamos,
What's up,
Brownie.
Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your
Ah,
mind.
hippie de mierda.
I'm worried about our...
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Ray. Since when did he start praying?
You think he's lying?
¿Crees que miente?
Of course not. This is rain we're talking about. I was just saying it's odd, that's all. Maybe he's found God?
Está raro esto, ¿eh?
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Visita bien.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask. The police want alibis from everyone
Lo
for
que decía
last
quiere
night.
los alivis de tal por la noche pasada.
Well, I don't have one. I literally
Fuiste
can't
vos,
remember what I
zorra.
was doing.
Please don't
Uy,
ask us to
fetiche de
leave.
pies, fetiche de pies, alerta, alerta, fetiche de pies. Por favor, no nos pidas que nos vayamos. Vamos a estirarla para Adrián Fanelli. Así ahí se rápido, se justicia. Apurate, Adrián Fanelli. Bueno, ya terminó.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That
Eso
sounds
suena
ominous.
inquietante.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
Que no fuimos nosotros, va, no sé.
Of a fish tank.
Capaz que sí.
With twilight blue through the long windows.
Ir a tu habitación. Me voy a transformar en la conchuda esta.
Hi,
En
I'm
Bowen.
Bronwyn.
Y vamos a visitar al comisario. Vamos a
I'm
visitarlo a ver qué
Bronwyn.
onda, A ver qué querés, chancho.
Fish scales, briefly, but again,
Llama un
becoming
taxi.
cloth.
Visita al
Miss
jefe.
Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill
Yo no
Dorota.
maté a Dorota.
You're a prime suspect. And your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
De nada, Adrián Fanelli.
Have you got a problem with
¿Tienes
me?
un problema conmigo?
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Epa, pervertido.
Kinky.
Tomá,
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
viejo fanfarrón.
Thoughts all called from its victims.
Visitar el hostel. Bueno,
There
la
it
verdad que
floated.
me estoy sintiendo un poco en pija
And then
con
it
el
turned
juego.
face
Medio
me.
raro, pero vamos a seguirlo.
Run or
Vuelvo a
die.
la habitación. Voy a transformar en esta conchuda.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Y vamos a visitarlo a este pajero de
In the
mierda.
mud.
Con cariño,
Limbs
pajero de
slowed
mierda,
with each straining
Llamar un
step.
taxi. Oh, ya se hizo de noche.
And
Bueno,
then-
visita al jefe.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
No, viejo pajero.
Yes,
No, no estoy bien.
What's the matter?
Una
The
atención.
new
El nuevo detective se
detective's
comporta de una manera
acting-
extraña.
I think I
Creo que yo
might
podría
be...
ser
I
asesino.
don't
No me
feel-
siento seguro.
The new detective's acting strangely.
Creo que yo podría ser
I
asesino.
might be the killer.
Have you stopped taking the pills? Look, just take the pills. Dr. Tanner said you'd start hearing and seeing things again. You're no good to me like
Hey,
that.
pero es ella.
Just take the goddamn pills. Off you go. I'm being subtle. I don't want to see you back here, okay? You got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny, remember?
Danny?
¿Quién es
We
Dani?
just talked about this. I said I'd post somebody this morning, and I did. Then I told you it was Danny. Take the pills, Violet. Take the pills.
To help. I thought
Muy bueno el jefe. Ey, ortiva de mierda, se
Before
fue.
it's disguised to
Me tomó un
float.
taxi al pedo para ver el jefe, pero me lo tomo de vuelta. Uy, gasté más plata, qué
Trapped in
pelotudo.
water.
Y me lo tomo de vuelta. Uy, el jefe se fue. Sigo dando vueltas con el
unsettling if
taxi
it had
como un
eyes,
pelotudo.
and we're
Y nos
left of a
volvemos.
corpse.
Está bien, está bien.
But the entity did not understand the concept of water or air, floating or standing.
Visita a Alexis.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
¿Qué haces, forra?
Did you have a pleasant evening last?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
Muy bien. Pero
But
tú
you
no
weren't
estabas en
in
esta
this
habitación,
room,
¿no?
were you?
Forra.
Oh no. Was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Sí.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do
Mentira,
that.
no tengo ni puta
It only
idea.
seems to happen when
Pero
there's
yo
a
le
lot
mando
of
foto,
bad
le mando
energy
mensaje.
floating around. Bronwyn says I just stand there and stare. I didn't catch you, you know, not sleeping, did I?
Julián.
Memories. A corporeal
vamos con
phantasm.
Bronwyn.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot?
No,
Why
la
don't you
gente
let
que
me
lee
cook?
tarot es jodida, boludo. Hay que tener cuidado, Hay que tener un
No,
cuidado.
thank you.
Ok.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The mud.
El asesinato.
Interesting choice. So do the cards. 8 of Wands. Everything's happening all at once. We have to act fast, or at least someone does.
Did you sleep well last night?
Está como agitada.
Yes, thank you.
Bueno,
I
no
didn't
te he visto
see
yo
you
por la noche.
yesterday.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Me cago.
And up further
Estuvo bien.
until it was crawling inside my brain.
Está Rage.
Mrs. Gallagher, an
Cómo
unexpected
estar
pleasure.
relampagueando de fondo es una cosa.
How long are you planning to be here?
Vamos a hacer un directo corto por la duda.
In
Que por
town?
algún corte de luz de más. Y
I
aparte
really
que
don't
mañana
know.
tenemos que hacer, hoy tenemos que hacer
Until the
unos
tarot
deseos.
tells us to leave, or you kick us out, obviously.
Oh no, maté. Ya elecciones también, me quiero
How
cortar la
did
pija.
you know Dorota was going to
¿Cómo supiste que
die?
Dorota iba a morir?
Why do
¿Por
you
qué crees
think
que la
the police
policía
suspect
sospecha de a
Bronwyn?
Browning?
How? Why do you...
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
Es verdad.
So I left
Le iba a
and
preguntar a
observed
la
him
otra sobre la
vaguely as I
coartada. A
went.
ver.
And
Lexi
really-
es. Forra. Che, pero me decía que le pregunte a
vaguely
ella.
these
Güey, vamos a la
words inside my
habitación.
brain.
Vamos a la habitación. No transformamos. Volver a Sam. Ah, ya sé lo que no probé. Pará. Transformame en este pelotudo.
Hi,
Hola.
Hi.
¿Cómo le va, Alfonsina?
Hi, I'm Chief
Hola,
Dupont.
hola. ¿Todo bien, Alfonsina? Vamos con Viole, le voy a tirar onda, No, pelotudo, tenías que
I'm
transformarte. Tenías que ser el
I'm
jefe, pelotudo.
Violet.
Y tenemos que tirarle onda a Violet. A ver qué onda. Para mí que le quieren enterrar la batata. ¿Qué quiere que te
Hi,
diga?
I'm
Hay una tensión sexual ahí.
Hi.
Se nota,
I'm Chief
se nota,
Dupont.
se nota la tensión. Vamos a las habitaciones, ahí está. Vamos a salir.
Spare some change? A
Vamos a una
homeless
con
man
Violet,
said.
¿Qué hace, Violet?
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
¿Qué hace, negrita?
How's Bronwyn been?
¿Qué estabas haciendo la noche pasada?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember.
Está muy
I
jugada
checked
esta,
my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you
¿Cómo
not
puedes no
remember?
I
recordarlo?
don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Torranta.
How's
¿Qué tal
Bronwyn
estuvo Browning?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it
¿Qué
I
era lo que
asked you
quería
to
que tú
do again?
hicieras? ¿Me puedes recordar?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
Hay una tensión sexual entre el calvo y esta, pero bueno, vámonos, boludo.
So George found out that there was a great place he could sleep.
Visita a
Chief
Browning.
Dupont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you?
¿Quién es en
really,
realidad?
Bron?
Does it
Eso.
bother you, Chief Dupont? Knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white. You don't know what to file me under,
Hay
and
marrón
that
también,
makes
es
you
verdad.
uncomfortable.
Y
Or
amarillo.
perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
Una torranta. Yo creo que es una torranta, a ver. Es una
You're a
artista de
con
la
artist.
estafa. Es
You're
una
a
asesina, no, una
you're
artista
a
de la
con
estafa.
artist.
Vamos a tirar esa,
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Bueno.
Fraction of a second before George was gone.
Están todos del culo troyanos en este jueguito.
And the,
No, esta ya la visité, pará.
well, I watched from the
En la
crack of the
radio de
closet.
mierda.
I always watch.
A
Good
Reis.
evening, Chief Dupont.
¿Cómo le va, Pibín?
Dorota's family. What
¿Qué te
does the
dice todo sobre
tarot say
ellos?
about
De la
them?
familia de Dorota.
I can do a reading if you want.
Sí.
Yes.
Obvio.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Muy astuto.
Bronwyn never
¿Fue
been
detenida
arrested?
Bronwyn alguna vez?
Not since I've met her. She's a
Nah, buena
lawful,
gente.
good type character.
Para
If you
nada.
play D&D.
Lexi
¿Tuvo
ever
Lexi
been in
problemas con la
trouble with
policía
the
una
police?
vez? ¿Tuvo problemas
Have
con...
you ever
¿Tuviste?
been?
No,
Lex-
tuvo Lexi.
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent.
Vos sí tuviste problemas, tenés una pinta.
Well,
Se
haven't
parece a
you
la
picked
naranja
up on that?
mecánica. Me da mala espina este. Me da mala espina, boludo. O son
It's
dos
funny that you
sospechosos.
mentioned combat.
Hasta el policía este. ¿Qué haces?
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me
¿Por qué
about
estás aquí,
Bronwyn.
no? ¿Por qué estabas haciendo
What
la
were
noche
you
pasada?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a... Ron can vouch for me.
Why are you here?
¿Por qué estás aquí, no?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know
uno de
any?
los
No,
locales?
I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got
¿Qué
here.
pasa, Marita? Vení.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
Cuéntame sobre los Browning.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Ah, la.
Is she your leader? Is she your
sí.
leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Bueno. Muy raro.
Dark Night.
Me cae todo.
Owen Monroe.
Ir a tu habitación y nos volvemos a Sam y vamos a hablar con el detective. ¿O no, Mara? Che, el tipo no duerme, ¿eh? ¿Se pone
I
al marido?
didn't know
Ah, no.
where she came from.
Mira, afirma que su declaración está en tu oficina.
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get along fine.
¿Qué es lo que sabemos?
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. What was Rain doing last night? As for Bronwyn and Lexi, I need you to ask what they were doing last night. Compare alibis. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says
Me
she doesn't
confunde
remember
mucho
last
esto,
night.
porque yo
and
ya
you
me
found out
transformé
she's
en
taking
todos,
pills.
hablé con todos.
Perhaps
¿Qué
they're
más
related.
quieren de mí este jueguito?
That's it.
¿Qué más quieren de mí?
Only company as I simply sat there. Everything in my head was
Es muy
screaming
extraño,
for
es
me
muy
to go,
confuso.
to run. No one saw me. No one knew.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
¿Me está mintiendo?
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
¿Me está mintiendo?
So
¿Me mintió?
I took a deep breath. And
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I
Pero
don't believe
verdad.
in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
Esto es verdad.
I don't believe in anything, but I also believe anything is possible, so it's a conundrum.
get the
No me
fuck
mintió
out
este.
of Dodge
Es
before
verdad.
you get
Pero
caught
otra
up
dijo
in
que
it
se quedó
was
rezando.
raging in me, but here I was.
I take
¿Para qué
clozapine.
son las
I think
pastillitas?
they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Esquizofrenia. Toma.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Bueno, ahí está, Adrián Fanelli, el momento pies para vos. ¿Qué estuviste haciendo la noche pasada? Pero esperemos a preguntar esto para que Adrián Fanelli disfrute un poco más de esta noche, esta velada. Tirititim, dim, 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 dim. Dirim, dim, 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 dim. Ahí
It's
está.
the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
¿Estuviste una vez en la casa de Dorota?
I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
To catch myself when I
Ese ángulo con
inevitably
los
passed
pechos
out.
ahí.
I took a
Visité a Bro James. ¿Dónde estabas la noche
In my
pasada?
room, reading. I found a trashy
Che, ¿no estabas
romance
con la otra
novel
pelándote
under
las
the bed.
uñas? Me está
I'm
mintiendo,
assuming
boludo.
it's Violet's. It's all swooning
Hay una que me
heroines,
está mintiendo.
brooding
Me pone
vampire
loco.
Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Me pone loco que me mienta. ¿No saliste de tu habitación?
No, not at all.
¿Viste? Me mintió.
Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but that's all.
¿Crees que Violet es
I
vulgar?
said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
I saw her chest rise and fall.
Lleva un taxi. Che,
It's
¿cómo
6
estamos?
o'clock and you're
Habla
listening
conmigo
to
por
Radio
horas, ahora
August.
desbloqueado.
Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Seguir investigando, siguiente capítulo.
I could hear her typing what I was telling her.
Visitar al jefe.
Where did this happen?
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
No, pará, pero tú te tengo que contar algo.
Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
Apagá, apagá, apagá. ¿Qué querés que apague, mi querido? ¿Por qué pones apagar? ¿Qué querés que apague? ¿Pero qué querés que apague? ¿Qué querés que apague? No entiendo. No, no, Mauro, déjalo, quiero... Para que te devuelvo, mi amigo. Ahí vas a poder seguir escribiendo pelotudeces. Acá está. A ver, Foss, ¿qué querés que apague? Apaga. ¿Qué querés que apague? Contame. Pero escribí algo más que no se apaga. A ver, iluminame, mi amigo. Iluminame. ¿Qué querés que apague? Estoy charlando con vos, Foss. Decime. ¿Qué es lo que querés que apague? A ver. ¿Sabés escribir algo más que apagar o no? Ya está, es todo lo que querías poner. Apagá, dale. Bueno. No sabés poner otra cosa, está muy bien. Se tildó. Bueno, sigamos. ¿Qué pasa con la familia de Dorota? Yo añadiría el novio.
Oscar? Have you spoken to him yet? It's not
No hablé
him.
con él. No hablé con él. ¿Qué es lo que
Rain
sabemos?
says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. Dorota's boyfriend Oscar is in the clear as far as I'm concerned, but I'm still waiting to hear what he tells you. Violet says she doesn't remember
Dice que
last
no se
night.
acuerda de la
but
noche
I'll
pasada, pero lo tengo bajo control.
That's it.
Eso no me gusta, Vamos a salir, vamos a ver a Oscar.
Who are you?
¿Qué carajo te importa quién soy? Soy un detective metamorfo, me llamo Santo. ¿Imaginá? Al juego a la mierda tirábamos. Volvió la coca, muy bien. Le podemos decir la verdad, soy un detective metamorfo o me llamo Sam. Los Shaw me contrataron para investigar el asesinato. Detective metamorfo. No, vamos a mentir.
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Clásico de los policías. ¿Viste a Dorota ayer?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work. And
Che, lo veo bastante bien para haber perdido
Yeah.
a la novia
Hanging out.
ayer.
I left at about 5,
¿Dónde estuviste la noche pasada a las 9?
playing football. It was just 5 aside. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up.
¿Qué me puedes contar sobre los padres de Dorota?
Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
¿De hace cuánto salías con Dorota?
Not
Torrante.
long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other.
¿Alguna idea de quién pudo hacerlo con... ¿Cómo? ¿Idea de quién pudo hacerlo con ella? ¿Salía ella con alguien más?
No. Why?
Bastante torranta tu novia. Violet del Hostal la llamó fulana. Uy, vamos a meter ahí piña,
Violet Gallagher? What's it got to do with her? Bitch.
Bitch.
Mind you, it's not exactly damning, coming from someone as frigid as her.
¿Por qué frígida? A ver. Uy, vamos
She's
a
all
meter quilombo.
prim and proper with it. Sorry, it's just... Why do people say things like that? You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead.
¿Es posible que el señor nos escondiera en la habitación de Dorota?
What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Debe ser un armario grande. ¿Te has escondido allí alguna vez? No.
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in.
¿Cómo sabes eso?
Not false.
¿Y cómo lo sabes? ¿Le gustó? No, re bruto. ¿Cómo le va a preguntar si estuvo bueno cuando garcharon en 4 en el armario? Acaba de morir ayer. Si lo preguntamos, yo le pregunto, ¿Quieren que le preguntemos si estuvo bueno? Ustedes me dicen que sí. Veo que uno pone que sí. Le preguntamos, re bruto, va a ser medio bruto. Che, estaba... estaba lindo. Preguntaba Vikingo, sí, bueno.
She had a few kinks, nothing weird.
Ah, pero el tipo te contesta encima. ¿Fetiches?
Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you.
¿Qué había en el armario?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Y había señales, boludo, que se quería casar. Salí.
Now, this in particular, I think is very interesting. What do you think, Poe?
Yeah, I think it has several interesting elements to it. From the sharks, I mean, often sharks.
Your ability isn't endless.
¿En el momento se acabará tu habilidad? ¡No! Yo creo que este chabón y Lexi tuvieron algo.
Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Yo creo que tuvieron algo.
Your end goal.
Esa sospecha.
Some kind of unrelated thoughts on hoping that you, Monroe, as always, can string these things together.
Lexi. Ah, Lexi no está.
Well, I'll be honest, Poe, but there are different...
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Ese soy yo.
Why did you call Dorota slutty?
¿Por qué dijiste que iba a tener una fulana?
Oscar, I thought you knew about
¿Qué cosa?
the pictures.
¿Qué fotos?
What pictures?
Pará, este es el momento de Adrián Fanelli. Esperemos que se vayan los pies para Adrián Fanelli. No, mentira, vamos.
The ones where she's wearing very little.
¿Cómo tiene muy poco puesto? A ver las fotos.
Does this not mean anything to you?
No.
Sí, era para mí.
Then, I'm sorry, it's not my place to judge. Open relationships, semi-open relationships, relations in ships. It all makes me feel very old.
Sí, bastante ortiva, Salir.
Said about your dream is
Bastante
that
ortiva.
you're trying so hard to keep your life
Vamos con Browning. Browning no está.
in your life. And I also think
Jerez fue, está Jerez,
that you are worried.
Che, no hay nadie, boludo.
Do
¿Y si
you
visitamos
detract
al
your
poli?
you detract their attention?
Tomamos un taxi, visita al jefe. ¿Qué haces?
Oscar? What are you doing here?
¿Qué te importa, pelotudo?
I want
Quiero
to...
ayudar.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why? How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men?
Sí, más o menos.
Do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now?
I think in this case.
Very good.
Entonces, ¿a quién dijo que tengo que visitar? No le di bola.
Welcome
No le di
to
mucha
Poe's
bola.
Curiosity Shop.
Browning. No, pero es que no hay nadie, boludo.
This might be.
So, what I
Estoy
can
pero
see here
concentrado,
are
muy bien.
3
Rain, no hay nadie, boludo. No sé quién me dijo que tengo que visitar.
attached to what looks like
Violet. Capaz que Violet me da bola, a ver. No, no entrega.
the tag you get in the zipper.
¿Con quién
Oh, you were right
carajo?
about the metal. It's bronze again.
Y de tu habitación, me voy a transformar, vamos a transformarnos. Yo sospecho mucho de esta hija de puta,
Hi, I'm Lexi.
De Lexi sospecho un montón, fue ella para mí.
I'm Lexi.
Entonces lo que vamos a hacer ahora, vamos a salir, vamos a
What
tomar un
else has
taxi.
bells? I want to say a Christmas tree, but I
Y
feel
no hago lo
like
de Oscar, ¿qué haces? ¿Y cómo entras a la casa si no está, pelotudo?
These ones
¿Cómo
have an
entras?
inverted full crown.
Y no hay nadie, boludo, me pongo loco. con este
Reproduced
juego,
here now.
Troyano me
Like a
pongo
bell
loco,
ringing in reverse. The
Troyano
purpose
me
of
pongo
most
loco con el
spirit
jueguito.
charms is to keep spirits away, as you might know. However, these
Dale, pelotuda.
Dorota had a boyfriend.
Claro, tenía novio.
The guy I met this morning? The one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
¿Qué es lo que quería?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Me marea mucho, Troyano, no te voy a
Do you think
mentir.
he killed her?
¿Crees que la mató?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
¿Qué te pidió? Considero que él me pidió.
Thanks, Monroe. As always, you've been a great sport today.
Batalla pelotuda, ya la revisamos.
Hungry-nosed.
Dream.
¿Qué hace de Rain? Él está pero ido,
I feel sad for Oscar.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me
Decilo, hombre.
Say it.
Dilo.
No. Stop being silly.
Dale, pelotudo.
I think this perhaps could
Decilo.
Well, Monroe, I think with the photos.
Habitación.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
But it's just not possible for
cosas,
Robin
¿sabes?
because perhaps
la puta madre.
there are issues.
What do you think of
¿Qué piensas sobre
Oh,
eso?
I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear
Maybe
Sam
te
likes you
gustas a
too.
Sam.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
Soy tonto como
full
un pobre.
emotions from the past.
Qué mierda.
Now,
El
Don't
doblaje es
forget
medio
the group
raro,
reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just be a normal human murder.
What if it's not a normal...
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
A traveller from where?
From where, from when, we don't even know if it is a traveler yet. Let's just get the group reading done. Maybe then we'll have some answers.
Sí. Yes. ¿Cómo hacemos la grupal?
Dream feels very
Creo que hagamos la
sad, and it
grupal.
feels like it's full of grief. Robin, you're not
Nelly, hay que hacer la grupal. No,
It's like this.
Puta
So
madre.
similar to yours, but please don't hesitate.
Bueno, habitación nos transformamos en ella ahora.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Soy Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn.
Entonces ahora lo que voy a hacer estratégicamente es decirles, chicos, hagamos la reunión y vamos a decir, ¿qué reunión vikingo?
finding
La de
answers to that.
Rain. Él está re nervioso, nada más. Se va a morir.
What did you tell the police you were doing last?
I told them the truth. That I was in my room.
No es la verdad, hijo de puta.
I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading?
¿Cuándo debíamos hacer otra lectura?
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Bron, are you okay?
Sí, más o menos, tengo gases.
Bedroom window.
Un poco
It felt unnatural to be here in the...
Lexi.
Bron, I'm so glad you're here. We need to talk.
¿De qué? Contame, mi reina.
Is something wrong?
Algo
No
va
one
mal.
can hear us, right? I mean, I'm assuming this room
Supongo
isn't
que no hay
bugged,
mucho
although
de
knowing
lejos,
Violet, there's
pero
probably
ella
cameras
estaba por todas
everywhere.
partes.
You think
¿Crees que
Violet's a
Violet es
voyeur?
una voyeurista?
Probably. I don't know. She has that look about her, don't you think? Like she knows something she's not letting on. I wouldn't be surprised if there's
¿Por qué
cameras
me
in the
aparezco? Me
wardrobe.
doy vuelta, pongo la cámara y está bien. Me
What
acuerdo un
have you
poquito y
got
me voy a la
to hide?
mierda. Parezco un enanito. ¿Es una cosa? ¿Qué tiene que ocultar?
Nothing. Though I'd rather she didn't see me dancing around in my
¿Cómo bailando
underwear.
para interior,
I only
pobre?
do that for people I love.
Do you love me?
Epa.
Of course I do, Bron. See? And now that's on film. I hope you enjoyed that, Violet. Listen, we need to talk about our alibi.
¿Qué pasa con tu alibi?
I know you said it would be better if we said we were together, but lying about your alibi, that's pretty serious. Are you sure it was a good idea?
No,
No, la
lying
mentira
makes
solo en primeras
things.
cosas.
We should do
Deberías
whatever
hacer-
it takes.
Deberías hacer lo que haga falta.
You're acting like we've got something to hide. Bron, is there something you're not telling me? Why'd you ask me to lie? Were you really in your room all night?
Yes.
No.
No.
Where were you? Ron, don't mess me around.
Me
You're
pongo así
scaring me.
misterioso,
I'm just kidding. I was here all night. I was
en la casa de Dorota.
No. No, you weren't. I don't know why you're saying that, but I know Bronwyn Castle and she's no murderer. Just drop the act.
He was joined in the elevator by the
picante.
other 3 members
Bueno,
of
vamos a
the...
la habitación y vuelve a Sam. Es que yo ya no sé qué preguntar, te juro.
Those being paleontology, linguistics...
Es confuso el juego, es bastante hijo de puta el juego. ¿Por qué alguien mataría a Dorota? ¿Crees que tú que fue Oscar que mató a Dorota?
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Epa. Distintas
The
caras.
masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
¿Por qué mataría a Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body.
Bueno, esta
Had
mina.
boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam?
Y eso que no estás
Nada.
anotando todas las pistas y demás que vas escuchando. ¿Cómo anotando? No entiendo. ¿Cómo anotando? Para mí es que hay que anotar, boludo. ¿Ahora me estás diciendo? ¿Para quién es? ¿Para quién
Ask
era?
Zach Weston. He took them.
Pues, destrabamos a alguien. No puedo creer. Cuéntame sobre Zach Weston.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
Esta cosa suena malevadamente. Mirá, pies, Tim. Pies. Para vos también. Pies. Fetiches. ¿Sabes dónde está? Pero esperemos así, Tim, como Adrián Fonelli disfruta de los pies. Hasta que aparezcan las manos. Hagamos huevo, que lo disfrute. Me vamos a tirar el comando de Team Boy. Bueno, ahí aparecía colada en otro ángulo. Pero aprovechemos y hacemos el chivo a Team Boy de ahí. Mirá que trucazo, el comando Team Boy. Ahí tenés, mirá, si te Anselmo, ¿cómo haces el pelotudo? Si te Anselmo, tu novia te va a enganchar mirando un directo, mirando pies y te van a romper los dientes, Vas a tener que pedirme por favor después lo del pitulini, Porque no te va a dar más bola a tu novia, te va a enganchar tu novia. ¿Sabes dónde está?
At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there.
Yo lo jugué así, anotando lo que me decía el policía. Ah, yo pensé que te anotaban en el juego, dije, no puede ser, dije. Me corto la pija, ¿cómo lo sabes?
I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Ok.
It was Dimitri's
Hay un rencor, hay
frustration
una
with the
bronca entre
project's slow
ellos.
progress and his eagerness for a breakthrough that prompted
¿Cómo está Brownie? Están todos de ojete este lugar, boludo. ¿Conocías al novio de Dorota?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
¿Te dijo sobre Dorota?
He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said.
Puedes contármelo.
Oh, Sam. You know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality.
No sé si Tim me puso gracias por el chivo o gracias por los pies. No me quedó claro eso, No me quedó claro. ¿Por qué metiste sobre tu alibi?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
¿Qué pasa con Rain? ¿Qué es lo que estabais haciendo en tu habitación?
I was logged into Tarotism. It's a phone reading service, and I get paid by the minute. Which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
Okay.
sudden voice in his ear. He'd almost forgotten about
Lo
the
dejo para
earpiece
el
he was
misterio.
wearing.
Muy bien, 10.
Yes, Dr. Utani.
Sam.
Este tipo
What can I do for
me
you?
pinta que es un psicópata religioso, pero violentísimo, ¿Cómo sacaste el nombre de Dorota de la baraja?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Trasca palanca. ¿Una tabla ouija?
It's Lexi's
Estaba
thing.
vibrando la cámara y era
I
mala
don't
arrancándose,
personally go
me cae
near them,
todo.
but in this case, it did help.
Bueno, ¿no puedes usar la ouija por su propia cuenta?
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Dave mencionó que estás aquí para hacer un trabajo.
We're trying to save people.
Bueno, no está funcionando, claramente.
I said we're trying.
¿Verdad?
We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Cuéntame más sobre la tabla Ouija.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out the rota.
¿Cómo funciona? A ver.
Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
Ah, trascapalanga. ¿Son reales los viajes en el tiempo?
Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Ok. Ahí neta, fumando. ¿Dónde estabas antes de August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travelers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one.
No, dale, contame, negro. ¿Viajeros?
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Dale, hombre, con confianza.
Reached into another pouch and
Veamos
carefully took
también.
out a
¿Cómo le
pencil
va,
and a piece
Guillermo
of
Caleta?
paper.
¿Todo bien?
I'll make a copy of the etchings for you.
Hi Sam,
Gracias.
back from war already?
Sí, puta. A ver, ¿por qué estás así? No decías, ¿por qué metiste eso en tu
I
alivio?
didn't.
Sí, lo hiciste, forra.
How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Sí, bastantes. Sí, obstrucción a la justicia.
It was only a little white lie, nothing else. It wasn't even that much of a lie. We're both here, in the guest house. We just happen to be in different rooms.
¿Tienes alguna prueba? Tomá,
If
me
I
puse
had proof,
picante,
Ron wouldn't have made this all up. I'm sorry, Sam, I really am. I know how this must look, but I couldn't kill anything, honest.
¿Conocías al novio de Dorota? Cuéntame sobre el viajero. Cuéntame sobre tu... ¿Conocías al novio de Dorota?
No,
Eso.
I think Bronwyn met him though.
Bastante botona, ¿eh? ¿Cuándo?
This morning. He only wanted to see her. I guess he didn't want anyone else to hear what he had to say.
Es muy raro todo, boludo. Contame la tabla
Oh,
Ouija.
it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Sí, obvio. Soy todo oídos.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit
Me
world?
interesa.
I mean, there's planets and stars in space. The spirit world
Tienes mi
must be
atención.
really
Ahí
far
estoy-
away beyond
ahí
all
me
that.
estoy enganchando con esta mierda, ¿eh? Se enciende la mierda. Sigue.
We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Sí, más o menos, sigo. Sí, pero quisiera que no, atendiendo a cada una de tus palabras.
Oh, you're sweet.
Oyente paciente,
where was
sé
I?
que logro.
Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Profundo. Vaya.
I know, mind-blowing.
Cuéntame sobre el viajero.
Traveller, that's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
No te hagas la pelotuda. Farol, Rey me lo contó sobre ello.
Oh, did you now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
Dale. Sienta bien.
Cheeky?
¿Estamos
Are
coqueteando?
you flirting with me?
Uy, sí. ¿Estamos coqueteando? Uy. ¿Le pongo que sí o no? Pero si pongo que sí van a culiar estos. Sí, Tim quiere que culeen. Pero, pará. Todos ponen que sí, que hijos de puta. Sí, bueno. Creo que alguien va a coger esta noche, por lo menos, ¿no? ¡Ey! Mirá el pajero de Citan Seremos, ¿te va a ver tu novia Citan Seremos? No, mentira. Ahí me pone que sí. No hay culiada, Vicky, tranqui. Ah, bueno, listo.
Oh dear, am I blushing again?
Ah, estamos coqueteando.
There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
La dejamos cachonda y confundida.
To the civilization that came up
así
with this
somos.
word, curiosity was a concept to be closely associated with wickedness.
Bueno,
Something to be
llamo
punished.
un taxi.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update.
Uy,
Chief
pasamos de
Department of August
capítulo, por
Police is
fin.
urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of
Tenemos que ir al
21-year-old
fotógrafo.
Dorota
Le
Shaw.
sacaba foto en bola a la
Whilst
piba.
he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Van a culiar esos dos, Guarda, guarda, andame despacio, sigue investigando. Siguiente capítulo. Chupala.
No one answered.
Visitar a Zack.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back to...
Es él. Es el asesino. Es el asesino. Pregúntame cómo lo sé. Pregúntame cómo sé que él es el asesino, Es una palpitada que me dio que dije, esta persona tiene algo raro. Que parece sospechoso, Para mí, en 1895 este caso estaba resuelto, En 1895 este caso no hacía falta darle más vueltas. Era el asesino.
Tomorrow or make an appointment online.
¿Es Zack Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
Trabajo con el jefe Dupont. Los Shawn me contrataron.
The Shaws. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
Nada que ver. ¿Alguien mira Masterchef? Nada que ver, pero les cuento re contenta. ¿Alguien mira Masterchef? Porque ahí cayó en el laburo uno de los jefes de cocina, ¿viste? De Masterchef. ¿Alguien mira Masterchef? ¿Alguien sabe de Masterchef? O el único pelotudo soy yo. Estaba re contento. Dije, mira, y lo atendí y re copado el chabón, Pero vino uno de los tres Masterchef. Vino uno. El Damián se llama, el más alto. Vino ese, re copado el chabón, Compró de todo, le gustan mucho los gremlins. Compró gremlins. Datazo, sigamos. ¿No viste a Dorota?
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now.
Betular, ese, Damián Betular. Recopado el chabón, es altísimo, media cabeza me lleva, boludo. ¿Tomaste fotos de Dorota?
For the August Chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the
Supuestamente
shot.
nos iba a etiquetar en el Instagram, no nos fijamos. ¿Vino ella al estudio, a Torrante?
No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Qué cara pajero, Así que sabe dónde vive.
If you ask me to drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Algo sabe, ¿Fue la primera vez que te contaste con Dorota?
No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there.
¿Te imaginas? Se levantaba y se tiró un pedo. Recortaba el ambiente, ¿no?
As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello.
Che, las tenías muy a mano, ¿no? Las fotos, amigo.
Now this one's in color. Beautiful hair.
Muy extraño, amigo.
Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on.
Están todas vestidas, ¿no, boludo?
Do you see what I see?
¿Qué? ¿Qué es lo que ves, boludo? Yo no veo una mierda.
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
Acaban de asesinarla y lo que haces es mirar fotos de ella diciendo, qué cachondo que me pone. Es él. Es él. Mirá cómo mira la foto. Está que va al baño, eso es una paja. Toma una foto de verdad. ¿Tú y Violet sois amigos?
Friends? Yes. I know Violet.
Qué perverso, boludo. ¿Hasta qué punto? Garcharlo.
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Así que te acuestas con ella, chancho.
I'm sorry, my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
¿Tomaste algunas otras fotos de Dorota?
What do you mean?
Pajero. Ya sé a qué me refiero. Me lo contó Violet.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography?
No, quiero ver.
Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends.
Se enseñó esta mierda,
or girlfriends.
Sí, arriba con el chabón. ¿Para quién era así Dorota?
She didn't say. Her
Esperemos
boyfriend.
que para
I
su novio,
assume.
sí, pues si no, que quilombo. ¿Dónde estuviste la noche pasada?
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
Pajeándote con la foto de Dorota, pajero. Sucio. ¿Trabajás hasta tarde? ¿Hay alguien quien puede confirmarlo?
Only the roof rats.
Está bien.
The notes Dr. Utani was holding. Are you
Vamos a
saying you've
hacer-
seen what exactly? The future? Dr. Whitfield
Vamos
asked.
a la
He
pieza,
sounded
me convierto,
incredulous.
me transformo en el innombrable. Digamos con Violet y se la pongo. No, mentira.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Cochino degenerado. Mal. Salimos.
And asked with some trepidation. Dimitri tried to find the word.
Zach,
Acá estoy.
what are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want
¿Por
anyone
qué no
to
quieres
see?
que nadie me vea?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
I wanted to make
Quería
sure
asegurarme de
we
que
were still
seguimos
okay.
estando bien.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Nada.
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
Todos están... ¿Te alegra que
You
Dorota esté
happy,
muerta?
Dorota?
No,
Everyone's
todos
talking-
están hablando sobre
I
Dorota.
know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like
¿Qué es lo que te gusta?
what?
¿Qué es lo que le gusta a la gente? ¿O
Is that
por
why
eso
you
la
killed
mataste?
her?
Oh, re
People
fuerte,
like-
no.
Homewreckers.
Rompehogares. Uy, esta está muy enojada.
Anyway, I hope you didn't just come here to
No.
talk about
Oh, FIFA.
Dorota.
Are you happy
¿Te alegra que
Dorota's
Dorota esté
dead?
muerta? No, bueno, sí.
I didn't say that. But we both
Pero
know
no
what
sabemos cómo era
Dorota was
Dorota.
like.
¿Cómo era?
She practically threw herself
Se
at
abalanzó
you.
sobre ti. Uy, qué celosa de mierda. Alta tóxica.
She didn't throw herself at me.
¿Qué te hace pensar
Why'd you think that?
eso?
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was
Ahí en esta
looking at you.
loquita.
She wanted it.
¿Qué cosa quería?
You were there.
¿Estabas tú allí? En el armario estaba. Loca hija de puta.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Uy,
And
qué loca hija de puta.
it's a small
Solo un
man
taxi.
wearing robes, and he looks.
Oscar. No, no está. El jefe, vamos con el jefe.
Yes. Well,
No, no está. Bueno. Tenemos algo.
not
Visitar el
sure,
hotel,
actually.
vamos a la habitación, nos transformamos en Sam, hablamos con el
Maybe
detective y le
a
decimos, jefe, jefe.
it could be, yes.
Sí, no me queda otra cosa que hacer. Ah, no, ya sé que me falta. Bueno, no importa. Vamos a hablar con el jefe.
That for you. It's a porcelain
Me
figure,
falta ver lo de la
ancient
sesión
Chinese,
satánica.
seated and howling.
Llama un taxis.
Oh.
It's called the
Jefe.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know.
Tengo, pelotudo. La noche pasada Zack estaba en su estudio, tomaba fotos eróticas de Dorota.
And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two there.
A lo mejor eran para alguien más.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
La noche pasada Zack estaba en su
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
¿Me sé? ¿Motivo?
I think you're supposed to tell me that.
Es verdad.
If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
¿Quién no quiere una musa? ¿Qué es lo que sabemos?
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham? Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Bueno.
About recurring dreams.
Of course.
There's an unresolved.
Vamos con Oscar. ¿Qué haces, Oscar? ¿Conoces a Zack?
No. Who's that?
El que sacaba fotos en muelas a tu señora, no, mentira. Sí, tomó foto de Dorota.
Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota.
Se la culiaba.
Took pictures of her.
De molas.
Were they sleeping together?
Y duro y parejo, sí.
Why did you tell me that? Every time I think of her now, I'm gonna see her with someone else.
Y perdón, negro. ¿Te contaron de sus fotos eróticas?
Boudoir photos?
Yes.
She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
No. No. Quiero decir fotos
I get it now.
profesionales.
That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Salir.
Desires. So, Gabby, what
Armó un
you're
quilombo. En un
having
segundo te armó
dreams
un
about here?
quilombo.
So it's your
Se
grocery
matan,
shopping.
Se
So
armó,
that
se
in
armó,
particular
se
is
armó.
a
Vamos a la
physical.
habitación. Y le caigo, Le caigo como Zack y le digo, yo le sacaba foto a tu señora. No, mentira.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else
Que
I can do?
empiecen los guamazos,
The impression that I get from this
Que
dream
empiecen
and
los
from your
guamazos.
explanation of this
Taxi.
dream is that
Zack, que la puta. No está.
you might always be giving more to other people than you receive.
Acá ya me perdí.
A
Ah, tengo que ver lo
relationship,
de la
perhaps,
sesión,
where
boludo.
you feel that
Qué
others see you as
paja.
someone else.
¿Cómo puedo hacer? Ah, que no me puedo transformar en ninguno. Desde la sesión. ¿Estarán ocupados? A ver. Vamos a visitarlos. Pero no me deja transformar en ninguno de los tres tarotistas
for who you
ahora.
are.
Ojo a eso.
And maybe that is something.
Browning.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a jaunt somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
¿Cómo acabar? ¿Qué vamos a culiar?
For this listener, and I hope she takes.
Leslie.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously,
Ah,
Sam,
estás
I'm
coqueteando
working,
ahora,
can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
¿Cómo dame hasta las 8? Está bien que estamos ahí seduciéndonos, pero que me digas, nos damos hasta las 8. Es mucho, negra. Estoy viejo. Un ratito, unos minutitos ahí, ya está. Tanto no. Bueno, sigamos. Claro, se piensa
Vanessa,
en pará,
read
loca.
by
¿Cómo
Tex
me estás
Murphy.
pidiendo Rage? ¿Qué hace, negro? ¿Conocías a Zack?
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention Dorota.
Son todos sospechosos en este lugar de mierda, ¿Y qué pasó con Dorota?
He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means?
No sé qué significa.
It was Dorota Shaw. Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Su cosa.
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
¿Por qué se ríe de a 3 víctimas?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Cuéntame sobre los viajeros.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
¿Por qué hay demonios?
Some religions talk of demons, but they don't actually exist.
Quiero saber ahora.
Travelers can get inside us and make it look like we're possessed, hence the demons.
Demons. ¿Los viajeros pueden habitar dentro de nosotros?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
En términos simples, sí. No entendí un carajo.
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
Así que piensas que el asesino es un viajero.
Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Ok. ¿Cómo le va a Walter Reinaudo? ¿Todo bien, hombre? Salió.
So, I was wrong.
Me la
Apparently
tomo.
the quilt could have some action after all, but not tonight.
No sé qué más
There was a
hacer.
corpse walking around somewhere, and it did...
Vos, chancha asquerosa, te costaba. Volvamos a hablar sobre esa.
Ugh,
Sí.
do we really have to?
Sí, sucia. Suripanta. Él afirma que tenéis una relación. Él dice que os acostáis. Sí, me suena más fuerte esa, me gusta.
How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what
Sí,
he'd
porque lo dijo
say.
así de hecho.
But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't
No,
act
dice que
like
te
it.
culiaba. ¿Por qué no se comporta como si fuera así?
He thinks he's irresistible to women.
Qué juego raro, muy raro, Walter. Muy raro el juego. ¿De veras?
No.
Salir, bueno. Esa... ¿Qué es esa mierda?
Well, the gunshot's real. The alpaca took it in the chest.
¿Qué fue esa mierda?
I grimaced. 6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead. I point the gun at her.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Los de arriba me rompen los huevos.
Sam, I've got news.
Vamos, Julián.
We've done a reading.
So 5 of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Y si es, pelotudo.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552.
Buenard.
I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a 10 of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
But in this case, family represents feeling.
Elis. Bueno. Que se puso picante, se puso interesante esto. Que se puso lindo, che, ¿eh? A ver los fetichistas.
You must be Sam.
¿Cómo andas, nena? Él soy yo.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me.
Te vas a morir. ¿Conocías a Dorota?
Yes. We were friends.
¿Qué clase de amiga dice así, amigas? Una amiga, bah.
I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks.
Creo que ya sé para quién son las fotos, ¿eh? ¿Cómo la
We
conociste?
met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess We talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
¿Qué pasó después del show, Contanos, contanos.
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie,
¿Y qué pasó?
that sort of thing. Then she kissed me.
Ahí tenés.
I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So, I kissed her back.
¿Tenías tú y yo una relación? ¿Sí? ¿Tenía novio? No importa, queremos saber de la relación. Queremos saber de la relación, es lo que nos preocupa en el chat a todos.
This is just between us, right?
Sí, por favor, con confianza, negra. Sí, entre nosotros.
We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me.
Me parte el
I get
corazón.
lonely. But Dorota was my friend.
Más o
And I
menos.
liked making her happy.
Muy gráfica, nena. ¿No tienes amigos tonteados?
I'm not going into detail, Sam.
No, por favor, negra,
We
con
pledged each
confianza.
other. Multiple times.
Bueno, suerte más que no iba a dar tantos detalles. ¿Sabes qué? Cuéntame sobre Poe. ¿Conocías a Zach Weston?
Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
¿Qué piensas de él? ¿Tuviste algunas sesiones privadas con él? No. ¿Qué piensas de él?
He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no.
Re pajero el chaval ese, me queman. Cuéntame sobre Poe.
We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
¿Dónde puedo encontrarlo?
He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30.
Ok. ¿Dónde estuviste la noche pasada?
On air. We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
¿Sabes que Dota tenía un novio?
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
¿Algo más que eso? Más. Queremos saber, en el chat queremos saber.
I said some guys like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
O sea que el hijo de puta nos están mintiendo todos en este lugar de mierda. Creemos que el asesino la estaba mirando del mismo modo.
The killer was in her wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Noche pasada Oscar estaba jugando al fútbol.
That doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
¿Sabes que tenía un vestido de novia?
It was her mom's. She was saving in case she ever got married.
¿Tienes una idea de quién podría querer hacerte daño?
No.
Ahora que le van a hacer mierda.
Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen, and every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first. In the end, there were so many versions it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
Que la vas a quedar, Se ve que en una fase de sueño profundo, se ve que algo te...
I don't know what. I mean, I'm anxious now. Maybe...
Está todo re chapa, es que no sé quién es el asesino. Para mí
death.
es el fotógrafo.
Or mine.
Asociado con el novio. Porque tengo que culpar a alguien. Es el fotógrafo junto al novio. Y si son todos, boludo, te cae de ojete. ¿Qué quieres que haga?
Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt.
A menos que... salir. Uy, me cagué todo. La puta que te
Sam,
parió.
You forgot your phone.
Innecesario.
And himself, that they were writing history here.
Visita al jefe.
Sam.
¿Qué querés, boludo?
Do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Creo que sabemos.
We've got a new target, Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates.
O sea, alguien la mató espiándola. Es lo que sabemos.
Could be motive.
Se abrirá a mí. Sí, este se culea la colorada.
He said that Dorota had a
pero es
wedding
así.
dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Linguistics and exobiology respectively. Dimitri glanced at them and for the first time noticed their...
You're only alive because we want you to be.
Nos convertimos en el viejo pedófilote. A ver.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Vamos con Violet a ver qué nos dice.
...into the ground. Its edges were most
Claude.
Violet, there's been a UFO sighted on a night that you can't remember.
La gente ha visto un ovni en la noche que no puedes recordar.
Shh! Claude, I told you never to speak about this. Wait. So you think it's real?
I need
Quiero
you
que me
to tell
cuentes a Sam
Sam
lo que
what
ocurrió.
happened.
Eso ayudará.
Help what? Me? I'll think about it.
Salir.
in order to
Bueno.
determine how much deeper it went.
¿Cómo le va, Frick? ¿Todo bien?
They had been doing this for the
Llegué
last
retarde, un
14
poquito.
days,
¿Cómo le va, Enzo?
much to Dimitri's growing frustration. At this point, Dimitri
Yo estoy
started to
sospechando
wonder
de
if the pit
tres de las
even had a bottom,
colorada del rubio
and
y
dreaded
el negro le toma
what they would
fotos.
find there if it
Está
did.
complicado. Mira, vamos a ir con Sam ahora. Y vamos a hablar con Violet.
The three other
la
scientists
radio
looked
de
at him
mierda.
questioningly.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter,
Pendeja de
Sophia.
mierda.
She's only 9 and she's a maths genius. Hello.
Hello.
I have to back to my room to get
¿Cómo
something.
le va, Gama 3D?
Be
¿Todo bien,
nice to her
señor?
while I'm gone. Otherwise, I might have to smother you in your sleep.
¿Habrá sido la nena que la espió? ¿Desnuda? Returbina todo.
What's your name?
Kika. Me llamo Keka. ¿Qué carajo te importa? Soy el Boogeyman. Sí, soy el Boogeyman. Vamos a asustarla. Che, ¿la asustamos o no? Sí, la asustamos, no le decimos la verdad. Sí, la asustamos, no le decimos la verdad. Yo le diría Boogeyman, pero bueno, ustedes me dicen. Yo le diría... Sí, soy Boogeyman. A la mierda, sí.
No, you're not. I've seen the boogeyman.
Así como se ven.
Don't look like you. Do you want to know a secret?
No. Sí, bueno.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship.
Ah, estamos todos del culo,
She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and
Alguien
wait.
está del ojete. Alguien
Now,
está del
Sam,
ojete.
how can I help you?
Contame de los marcianos. El jefe me dijo que me contaría sobre la abducción.
I don't really want
Pero
to.
contame, negra, tranquila. Cuéntame.
About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness.
Me está calentando esta charla,
Like time and space had stopped.
Ya me puse cachondo,
That was the first time they took me.
Nunca pensé que una abducción me iba a seducir tanto. ¿La primera vez?
It's happened 5 times.
Bueno, boludo, en un mes 5 veces.
Even
¿Te
on
gustó,
clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things.
Bien ahí los marcianos, los boludos.
All the scans were normal.
La sondearon profundo. ¿Realmente desapareces?
As far as I know, I've gone.
Mencionó Sofía alienígena, de verdad necesito detalles sobre la abducción. ¿Conocías a Ellis?
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Se la culiaba cosa. ¿Te encontraste alguna vez con ella?
Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something.
¿Qué que te llaman qué? Si querés te lo digo, Mencionó Sofía alienígena, de verdad necesito detalles. Mencionó Sofía alienígena.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
Acaba de decir que te abdujeron. ¿Cómo que es irreal? ¿Por eso te estás tomando las
I
pastillas?
was seeing and hearing things that weren't
Esta está
there.
el culo de esta muchacha. Tiene un problema, tiene un problema.
Pills.
¿A quién más contaste sobre esto?
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently.
Así es, atorranta. ¿Crees que la noche de verdad esto de detalles lo aduce?
It's difficult to explain.
Dale, contanos, era.
I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others, heads,
Muy traca.
all prisoners, being experimented on.
¿Experimentaron? ¿Qué
They
dicen?
rearrange us like decorations, suck us backwards into the darkness, and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises.
Ahí está, del culo. ¿Crees que te abdujeron la noche pasada?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction,
No me
it
interesa.
opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
No me interesa. ¿Te has visto bien la noche pasada?
No. Not even the moon.
Bueno, suficiente para mí.
As Dimitri kept tugging on the rope, the whispers grew louder, or perhaps they were getting closer. Dimitri started yelling up the shaft.
El jefe, ¿no? Uy, qué cara de orto. Vi detalles sobre alienígenas.
What do you know about it?
Que a lo mejor esta razón para que están tomando pastillas. ¿Lo investigaste? ¿Crees que ella... ¿Cree ella que son reales?
She thinks she was abducted. Obviously, it's all fiction.
Se parece a Yayo, ¿no? ¿No tiene ni a Yayo con los movimientos que hace? Me recuerda mucho. ¿Qué es lo que
We've got a
sabes?
new target. Ellis Monroe. Ellis
Eso
said
me
she
lo
was in a
dijo, qué
relationship
boludo
with
que yo soy
Dorota.
también.
She kissed a girl and she liked it.
Todos estamos del culo.
She told you
sí.
where John Pope,
Es que no
or
confío ni
Poe,
siquiera en este.
is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got...
Ya sé, ya me lo contaron.
Violet told you about her brush with aliens? You seem far too interested in those kind of things. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive.
Sí, la
Oscar's
verdad.
in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Repeated over and over.
No.
Dr. Utani was able to create a,
Este se fue.
or rather something that approximated
Perverso de mierda. A veces sería buen
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here.
¿Tiene fotos de ellas? No, ¿te conectaste una vez con ella?
Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing.
Hacete el pelotudo, Hacete el pelotudo. ¿Algo más?
No, she is my type though. Type of model. I'll ask her about the boudoir shoot again.
Ah, traje honesto, bueno, el tipo.
it wasn't working, and his eyes hadn't yet gotten used to the
mintió.
dark, so he instead listened intently.
No se
The
me ocurre
whispers
qué
had
más hacer
stopped.
ya. Es como que hay un
All he
momento que
heard
me pierdo, Ah, este. Tenemos que hablar con la otra.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Con los ojos entrecerrados, ¿viste? Te da como perversito, ¿no? Asquerosito.
Terrifying realization
Ah,
that
maldito.
he had
Lo
gone
odiamos,
blind.
lo odiamos.
Panicking,
Bueno, Bruni no está. Vine a
his
hablar-
bare feet touched the cold floor and quickly, but carefully, made his
Bueno, nadie me va a
handle,
atender el teléfono.
opened the
parece.
door and stumbled into the hallway.
Bueno, nadie lo quiere.
Somebody help! No one answered. He continued into the common area of the base, which he knew to be consistently occupied by crew members returning from their shifts,
¿Qué fue eso?
and waited. Again, there was
Mira.
no response. But as he listened closer, he noticed another presence in the room. He could hear them breathing. Hello?
Vamos a visitar al jefe con esta, ¿verdad?
Hello, I'm Violet.
Me siento trabado otra vez, ¿eh?
I'm Violet.
Vamos a visitar al
The
jefe
breathing
con
suddenly
Violet, a ver
stopped
qué onda.
and changed into a deeply unsettling guttural sound.
Está.
Cold of Dimitri.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of the rota.
Ah, perverso.
I don't want to see pic.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
No, no veo nada.
A girl.
¿Qué es lo que ves?
Beautiful lady. I can make you look like that, Violet. You just need to let me.
Qué raro, boludo.
It was then he heard the voices again whispering to him. As the murmurs grew louder, Dimitri,
Muy raro, no sé qué hacer. Te juro.
in a language wholly unknown to him or any other man, its harsh consonants and unearthly vowels chilled him to the bone.
Voy y vengo como un pelotudo. Vamos a transformar esto.
Hi.
Ah, podemos visitar al
I'm
fotógrafo con esta. Qué pelotudo que soy.
I'm Ellis.
Con Ellis, a ver. Sí, toma un taxi. Che, le llaman de
Dr.
atención que
Sheffield,
tanta gente
come
en
in,
la
Dr.
estación de
Sheffield.
llama. Llama un taxi.
Dimitri was suddenly startled
Zack. No está, pero la puta madre.
Was,
Se me ocurre
until he
una...
noticed
Y no está, la puta madre, a ver.
was still
Y vamos
in.
con el jefe. Y no está, y la reputa madre. No hay nadie, boludo.
As he ascended the shaft, he wondered
Socorro,
which part had been
auxilio,
a dream and what
auxilio.
had been reality.
Necesito un
It all felt
dinero,
the same.
Robin. ¿Qué haces? No hay nadie, boludo, no me atiende nada.
Pouch and found the etchings he had
Lugar de
made.
mierda. Violet-
Everything,
Y claro, Violet no está tampoco.
some kind of hallucination, he concluded, possibly caused by a
No
gas
está el de la
or an
radio,
unfamiliar
no.
type of radiation. The three scientists all looked at him eagerly as he climbed out
Es
of
que
the
la
hole.
radio no me aparece todavía.
Well, did you find
Ese
anything
es el
down
tema.
there? Dr. Whitfield asked. All we
Ese es
had
el
was
tema.
static. I
Che,
have
lo
something
que
that
estoy
might
gastando en
interest
taxi al
Dr.
pedo es
Yutani,
impresionante.
Dimitri said with a smile.
Lexley, ve, no.
With a trembling hand, he produced the etchings
hijo
from his
de puta.
pouch. What's this?
No me quedan muchas opciones.
Findings, but at first glance, it seems to be about abuse or.
Cuéntame eso de Ellis Munro.
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her.
Vamos, larga.
I want to help them.
¿Cuál es la conexión entre Ellis y Dorota?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
Ambas constelaciones, las dos son pelirrojas, es verdad.
Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead.
¿Conoces a Zack Weston? Necesito tu ayuda.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Vigila a Violet.
Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you?
No, pero es colorada.
Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
Tu reina dijo
A
hacer esos
little
rituales.
bit. What did you want to know?
No sé, no tengo ni idea. ¿Qué es un ritual?
A rite can
Boludo,
take
dale.
many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
¿Llegada de madurez? ¿Qué mierda estás hablando?
Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
Bien. ¿Por qué antes hubo 3 víctimas? ¿Esta vez terminó la 3?
3 attempts? Yes, that's likely, but 3 victims? That's up to you, Sam. No pressure.
Gracias. Rata tenía una moneda en la boca. ¿Eso es parte del ritual? Vamos a preguntar a la mierda. El otro dijo que no digamos nada, pero me importa 3 carajos.
Was it a gold coin?
Sí, correcto. Sí.
I should have known. That's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths.
Importante.
It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work.
¿Conoces a Zack Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Por favor. Sí. El tarot, ¿cómo nos ayuda este juego el tarot, eh?
Chariot. Is Zack a suspect? I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
La verdad que no entendí, negra. No me ayudaste un carajo. Salí.
Down, and I feel my skin shedding in the darkness. I huddle down and wait for...
¿Qué haces, Reis?
I know the name. She's off the radio. Hard to get away from it in this town.
Cuéntame más sobre Birmingham.
In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. We couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
¿Qué le pasa a Yuri?
The butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveler.
Okay.
You want to reveal something private about your life, but you're worried that when you do, you will still be as ordinary.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
¿La verdad quieres ayudar?
Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do.
Tengo unas cuantas opciones. Averigua todo lo que puedas de Zack Weston.
Who's that?
Va a averiguar. Es un fotógrafo de la
Is he a
ciudad.
suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
Discovering lots of
Muy
empty
bien.
rooms I'd forgotten I had. Every time I find a new room,
Ahora-
there's another room leading off it.
Yo los mandé a investigar. ¿Qué más quiere que haga?
Holes in the walls
Vamos a
with
tomar un
bugs
taxi, vamos a
crawling
hablar
out of
con
them until the
el
whole room
exnovio
is
de la
covered in
víctima.
bugs.
De la
It's
víctima.
9 o'clock and you're
Ay,
listening to
pasamos,
Radio
por Dios.
August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found
Se
dead
pone
in
raro
her
este juego de
home at
mierda.
approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe.
Dijo, tenemos muchas... Ey. Pausa. Acaba de decir que tiene muchas grabaciones, o sea que cuando ella dijo yo estaba en la radio, tranquilamente podía tener, podía hacer una grabación y ella no estaba realmente en la radio. ¿Ves que todos te dan a entender como que te mienten, te cagan, boludo? Siguiente capítulo.
Circle of negativity that happens in each aspect of her life. That's why she hasn't filled.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
¿Tienes una relación estrecha tú y Munro?
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
¿Tienes una relación romántica con
Heavens
ella?
no. I have a wife and 3 children, beloved spawn of my loins. Monroe and I are good friends. That's
¿Quién te cree, hijo de puta? ¿Hay alguien que odia a Monroe? ¿Conoces a Dorothy Young?
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe?
Más o
What
menos.
makes you think she's in danger?
Una lectura de tarot lo predijo. Bueno, no me dan otras opciones, no hubiese dicho esto.
Does this have
Hubiese dicho
anything
otra cosa, pero
to do
bueno.
with the gentleman who stopped by?
¿Qué caballero?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
Cuéntame sobre August. No, hay un que odia.
Only a
Monroe.
madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
¿En qué consiste el proyecto de radio?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
¿Cómo puede ella permitirse radios gratis? Ella está... ¿Está ella obligando a la gente a que os escuche? No, ¿cómo puede ella permitirse?
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them. In exchange for free advertising, of course.
Cuéntame sobre
You know,
August.
this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
No, ni puta idea. No, cuéntame más.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
¿Qué pasó?
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one.
Sigue.
They slaughtered everyone.
Tranca.
Men, women, and children. All dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
¿Los hijos de August son descendientes de piratas?
Yes, August was built on the blood of innocents. Kind of puts Dorota's murder into perspective, doesn't it?
Okay.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, Detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Que se joda.
Embrace them. Embrace them and keep moving forward and keep striving for the best.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
¿Qué?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy.
La puta
He
madre.
does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
¿Cuándo ocurrió?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night.
96%
With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
Fin de capítulo.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe?
La proteger en su casa, enviar a un agente a su casa, decirle que se vaya de la ciudad. No me parece piola que se quede en su casa. Enviar a un agente a su casa tampoco me parece muy seguro, porque viste que cuando mandas a un policía a cuidar es como que no cuidan también. Decir que se vaya de la ciudad no va a solucionarlo. La protegeré en su casa. Me pareciese que protegerla en su casa es lo más sensato y sé que la voy a cagar. Enviar a un agente no me parece, boludo. Vamos a hacer una encuesta. Somos 24 personas mirando el directo. Vamos a hacer una encuesta. Es proteger en casa. Vamos, agente a su casa. Y por último, decirle que se vaya de la ciudad. Vamos a hacer la encuesta. A ver qué harían ustedes. Ahí está la encuesta hecha. Tenemos 3 opciones. ¿Cuál es para vos la más sensata? Yo ya estoy rosto y quemado. Son las 2 de la mañana. Así que votá tranquilo. Votá. Vos dale que lo que vos decidas estará bien. Súper bien. ¿Qué es lo que hacemos? Lo hacemos interactivo. Proteger en casa. Viene ganando. 100%. 100% proteger en su casa. 100% a la una. Yo le diría que se vaya y me cambio por ella en su casa. Pasa que no te da la opción de hacer eso, Andrés Peralta. Aparte, si es un viajero, lo que ellos dicen espíritu, no es que te alejas y ya está. No, el espíritu sabe dónde estás y te va a hacer poronga. Proteger en la casa a la una. Proteger en la casa a las 2. Pasa que protegerla no sirve mucho, teniendo en cuenta que tenés que seguir investigando. Es verdad eso. Puta madre, pues están todos votando a proteger en la casa. Bueno, que se vaya de la ciudad entonces. Hicimos una encuesta al pedo. No la queremos cagar. Que se vaya de la ciudad, ¿no? ¿Estamos todos de acuerdo? Digan que sí en el chat. Pongan, sí, Vikingo que se vaya de la ciudad. Dígame, pongan en el chat, sí, Vikingo que se vaya. Todos quieren proteger en la casa. Bueno, no, le hacemos caso a la gente. Chao. Que sea lo que tenga que ser. La proteger en su casa.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Chao. Hola. Te vas a morir. ¿Cómo le va, Ray? ¿Todo bien? Me quedo contigo.
Sam, I'm not sure.
Me importa una mierda.
Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
En realidad no. Sí, tengo ciertos poderes. Haré lo mejor que pueda. Qué seguridad que te da, le decimos sí, tengo ciertos poderes. No, en realidad no. O haré lo mejor que pueda. Escriban en el chat directo. A ver cuántos escriben. Así se mueve el chat un poco. Díganme qué harías vos. ¿Qué harías vos? Quiero ver cuántas respuestas hay. Tercera opción, dice, a lo mejor que pueda. Jere, la verdad que si tu opción es esa, yo ya la descarté, Jere. Perdón, te quiero mucho, Jere. Pero que vos digas eso, ya quedan 2 opciones. Es sí tengo ciertos poderes o no, en realidad no. Un segundito de pierna de cerdo, estoy que exploto. Muy bien, la 1 dice tengo ciertos poderes, la 1, todos quieren la 1. De momento, la 1 a la 1, la 1 a las 2 y la 1 a las 3.
I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but that's a weird thing to say. Maybe I'd be better off with one of Chief DuPont's officers.
Ortiga. No, lo siento, estás a salvo conmigo. No, lo siento, estás a salvo conmigo. ¿O quieren que le mande un poli? ¿Le mandamos un poli? Sí. ¿Le mandamos un... No le mandamos un poli, no. ¿Le mandamos un poli? Sí. No le mandamos, no. ¿Sí o no? ¿Le mandamos poli o no? De última no es nuestra culpa. Si la matan fue culpa de la gente de mierda que no la cuidó. Que se vaya con otro, esta hija de puta, dice Ray, muy bien. Sí, a mí también, No. Bueno, quieren que la cuide yo, me cagaron, bueno. No. El troyano cierra el culo, me mata, porque él lo jugó. Muy bien, no.
I guess at least you've still got a sense of humor, even
Sí.
when we're surrounded by death.
Así soy.
Perhaps it's a good trait to have.
Y así soy, sí. Cerrá la puerta. Pero pará, no, Mara, no. No. Cerrá la puerta. ¿Dónde está?
You're too late. She's gone.
¿Cómo que se fue?
Yeah, I think so. No bags packed though, and car's still on the drive, so she must have left in a hurry. I'll put out a miss before her, check in with her parents. We'll find her. If she can be found.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm
Veo
Poe, and this is your
estrella de la
August
radio.
update.
¿Cómo veo
Police
esa bola
investigating
estrella
the
de la
murder
radio?
of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw
Lo
say
desbloqueado,
they're
no
getting
entiendo.
closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found
La
strangled at her
abdujeron,
home
boludo.
late last night, has sparked a
No
massive
me digas que hay
police
extraterrestres en
operation and
serio
caused alarm
de full.
amongst August
Pero la
residents.
puta madre me parió.
Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love
Che,
and hopes to be
Troyano,
back
¿hasta
on
qué
the
hora es
air
el juego?
tomorrow.
¿Sabes?
And Monroe,
Para
if you
saber
can hear
cuánto me
me,
falta, le voy calculando
I'm
la hora,
sending my
¿viste?
love out to you.
Che, chopija, yo de sueño, pero quiero
That's
saber si
11
falta
o'clock
poco o
with
no.
Poe.
¿Falta poco, Troyano? Si no me quedo, y hacemos a las 11 horas. Voy a estar hecho pija, boludo. Siguiente capítulo.
Sam, I have some bad news.
La puta madre que me parió con la
We've
mano.
done a group reading. and
¿Otra
it's
más? ¿Es tú qué? ¿Soy yo el siguiente blanco?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
¿Por qué yo?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him.
Le pido que
You
vengas a
should go,
verlo.
Sam. Be careful.
Dame un beso.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
¿A quién debía yo detener? Al morocho. ¿Quién crees que...?
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Uy, esto se pone picante, boludo. Yo te digo entre quiénes estoy, y ustedes deciden. Para mí el primero es Zack, el fotógrafo. Oscar es muy raro. Es un chabón muy raro, el novio. Violet está totalmente del culo. ¿Te imaginas que decís el jefe Dupont? No. Yo estoy entre Zack, Oscar y Violet. Díganme si están de acuerdo. Y si estás de acuerdo conmigo, vota. Para mí Zack. Para mí es Zack. ¿Qué querés que te diga? Para mí es Zack. A ver si me ayudan. Para mí es Zack, boludo. Ustedes decían. No sé quién es, pero el nombre no me gusta. Fue Pau. Dice. No, bueno, te perdiste de mucho, Ray. Te perdiste de mucho. Es lo malo con los directos de películas. Si no arrancás al principio, estás pero en bolas. Después puedes ver el resubido igual. Te vas a decir, ah, mira. Fue muy raro toda la experiencia igual. Para mí, Zack. Zack a la 1. Zack a las 2. Y Zack a las 3.
Zach, I don't trust him either. He's definitely creepy.
Me da mucho miedo el
I'll
hijo de
pick
puta.
him up myself. With all the information you've given me, I think it'll be enough. Maybe he'll confess too. That would help. Good luck, Sam. If you've picked the wrong person, you're still in danger.
Qué bueno, Qué alegría, boludo. La silla de Zack. No quiero dormir. ¡No!
Sam, you asked for these
Ay,
earlier.
me cagué todo. Ay, la puta que la parió, no.
Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
O si es ella. Igual la recaigo, Dato. Ay, pelotudo de mierda.
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way.
¿Son todos pelotudos hoy?
Hopefully you did.
Sabe que soy la próxima posible víctima y de hecho me hace ese chiste. Alto imbécil.
Scream if you need me.
Bueno, ninguno de estos era, No me hicieron nada.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me.
¿Qué pasa?
The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
¿Qué le pasa?
Sam, you're still with us.
¿Qué está pasando?
I had to give you a pretty high dose of Rohypnol to drag you in here. I could have killed you in your room, of course, but...
¡Hijo de puta! ¡Hijo de puta! Yo te dije que me daba miedo al principio.
That would have looked pretty suspicious. Yes, I'm Rain, but I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm being possessed, but I can't get caught. If they don't care, Sam, they don't care what happens to the vessel. Some sick traveller is using me as a killing machine, and then they'll just dump me. But you're gonna get me stuck in prison. I can't have that. I can't let you do that.
Transformarse en Rain o en Brownie, ¿no? En Brownie, ¿no? Rain, ¿quién carajo era? No me acuerdo. Transformarse en Rain. ¿Rain es él? ¿O no? ¿Quién es Rain? ¡Socorro! ¡Troyano! Él es Rain. ¿Me transformo en él? Le explota la cabeza, ¿no? Lo vuelvo loco, lo gatillo. Violento, ahí nomás. ¡Ta! Me transformo en él, a la mierda. Mandale mecha, sí. Tra.
Sam, Rain? You changed into me. Interesting. Either you're a shapeshifter and you've been playing us all along, or you're the traveller, using Sam as a vessel right now, using some freaky trans-dimensional powers. And I think it's the latter. Goodbye, Sam.
Thank you for observing that minute's silence. August has lost many good people in the last few days. Dorota Shaw, Violet Gallagher, and our very own Alice Munro. In a police statement released this morning, Chief DuPont has asked people to seek safety in company and remain vigilant. The most recent body, found with multiple stab wounds, is still being examined by August's coroner. They're unable to confirm the identity or even species of the victim at this time. The killer remains at large.
Sueño eterno, Lord. Bueno, y así fue como nos hicieron mierda. Gracias por jugar, me dijeron.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old.
¿Qué haces, Dorota?
I love playing cello, and I just
¿Cómo 21 años? Vamos todos presos.
been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is...
Este es uno de los finales.
It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
Muy bien, 10. Y bueno, hasta acá llegamos extrañamente. La verdad que es un juego muy extraño. Muchas gracias al señor Troyano por el regalo. Yo no sé cómo va a continuar esto porque ahora ya sabemos quién es el asesino. O sea que si vuelvo a jugarlo lo voy a volver a jugar muy enojado. Pero ya por lo menos entendiendo un poco más la dinámica. Voy a dar mis impresiones, obviamente. Que la verdad es que al principio me costó como arrancarlo, ¿no? Tenía razón el señor Troyano en lo que me dijo. Al principio es así, pero después te vas como a enganchar. Y en el momento que me estoy enganchando me cagan apuñalando. Pero me gustó. Es raro. Pero es un raro bien, ¿sí? Me gustó. Es muy raro, muy distinto a los juegos que hemos jugado así, filmados. Pero no sé si sea malo. Es muy bueno, se lo súper recomiendo. Creo que la experiencia personal vale muchísimo. Ahora creo que... ¡Ey! ¿Esa escena? ¡Ey! ¿Qué era eso ahí de costado? ¿Qué es esos pechotes ahí? Vikingo, ¿yo soy un buen detective o no? Si te hace sentir lindo y hermoso, Enzo, yo voy a decir que sí. Así que, gente, hasta acá llegamos entonces. ¿Querés que traigamos de vuelta? ¿Querés que le demos una segunda oportunidad próximamente al juego que nos regaló Troyano? Ya sabes lo que tenés que hacer. Dejar un rico like, dejar un buen comentario abajo y recordá que con tu donación a través de Seneca, que es para Mercado Pago, o PayPal, ayudás muchísimo a que sigamos acá haciendo cositas. Gente, nos vemos en un rato nada más, en unas horas, con el 11 horas de Tarkov y que Dios nos perdone si existe. Gente, ¿será que nos vamos? ¿Será que nos fuimos? Muchas gracias, Troyano, en serio. Y sin mucho más, nos fuimos. Yo juraba que era el fotógrafo. Qué cara de degenerado que tenía ese, bribón.